Hey everybody, this is me here doing, I believe this is the fifth day of the challenge. I'm starting to forget the days now, but yeah, this should be the fifth day. And I think today I'm going to do what I did the other day, where I'm going to be recording uh, maybe two videos. I know that the days are going to get a little bit busier for me with with life stuff happening, so I'm gonna record I think a couple tonight, and and I'll probably record a couple tomorrow as well. All right, so looking at the scene here, you're gonna notice that I did go in and you know, for the time being, I think that the tiles or the stone at the bottom is done. Let me just load up Photoshop here, and let's let's just show this here. Um, so I did work on it outside of the recording. I finished it up for now. So that's the floor. I just added some highlights, went through it a bit more, and I also left a bunch of areas without as much detail. And the reason why I did that is because if you notice here, we have things on the floor that's going to be covering a lot of the textures. So that's why I focus on the areas that will be seen, right? So what I did there was I baked an AO, an ambient occlusion map, uh, and that way I knew which which areas of the floor you're actually going to see. Alright, so that's done. Obviously, because the ceiling is sharing the same texture as the floor, that's done as well. Okay, so what else was part of this? I think, let me see here. Okay, let me just change this all back. I'm supposed to be using, was it polygons here? And let's go to UV texture sheet. And let's go to the hyper shader here. Windows, rendering, editor, hyper shade. And if I just go to, was it floor? Was it select objects with material? Oh, sorry. Select objects. How come it says everything is using that? Oh, it's because the ceiling's there. Okay. Um, that doesn't sound right. I don't know here. I think it's this. Yeah. So let's do this wall here. Let's do this wall here. And let's see. Let's do this wall. And with this wall, let's go. So we got this wall here. And I'm thinking that the bricks and stuff should be about the same size, right? So let's go and bake. Let's just go isolate selection here. Okay. So now we got this selected. Let's go to high poly here. Oh crap. Uh, there we go. And then okay, let's view isolated. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these the tiles the tiles that I made here. So I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna go to mesh. Oh, mesh separate. And it's gonna separate all these rocks. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna take these. Modify center pivot. I'm just gonna do that to all these actually. Modify center pivot. And I'm going to start stacking them. And I'm going to bake it as well. I'm going to bake this onto... Oh, just going to duplicate this. Going to bake this onto this wall. Right, so I'm just going to... take a bunch of these pieces here, and I'm just going to bake these into the texture. And this is like a really good shortcut, obviously. I mean, you can go in and you can hand texture all this stuff and draw everything from scratch, but for me, I am going to have I want to bake it to help me save a lot of time, right? This is a good time-saving way to texture, right? A lot of people are like, this is cheating. You know, you're not really doing the work. Well, I did the work because I made the mesh. Yes, I'm saving a lot of time by doing this, but instead of saying that it's cheating, I think this is saving me a lot of time. This is called smart, I think. I think this is considered smart. Okay, so here we go. And there. And let's see here. Which other ones do we have here? We got... I want to try to make sure we get as many of these as possible. As many of the different ones as possible here. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just gonna scale this so it fits a little bit nicer here. There we go. Okay, what else? I feel like there's more pieces that I should be taking here, but okay. So what I'm gonna do here is, this is all the high poly stuff, obviously, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna start moving these around. Let's see here. So we're gonna have this. Let's go and let's go something like that. And I'm going to strength this down a bit. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna move this around a little bit here. Move this up. There we go. Just gonna change it up a bit, right? And just gonna move this in like this. Just gonna move this in here, perhaps, and then just move this down. There we go. And then I'm just gonna bring this down a bit here. So I'm pretty much just gonna do this for this whole wall. What I'm gonna do here. So I'm going to spin this around. I'm just going to move this, make this come all the way out here. Maybe move this up just a little, slight tad bit here to make that work out, and then I can just go and finish it off by moving this one down here. Move this forward like that, bring this down. So essentially, I mean that's what I'm going to be doing. And if I really wanted to change this up, I can add different shapes, obviously. But I think just for this one, I'm just going to keep it pretty simple here. Okay, rotate it a little bit, change it up, right? And here, change this up a bit. Alright, give that a little bit of a different look. Alright. And then I'm going to throw this one over here. And throw this just like this. Move this over this way. There we go. Now what I really have to be careful with is this side part, and I feel like this side part is going to need some more special attention given to it. So I'll show you guys what I mean once I finish this this wall first. But I feel like this section here is gonna need some customization to it. So we'll definitely take a look at that in a second here. I'm just gonna double check to make sure my timing is good. Yeah, so right now I'm at 12 minutes into the recording so far, so I still got another 15 minutes. So that's tons of time. So for this, I'm just going to move it like that. Maybe spin this around. Right, just pretty sure you guys are starting to get the gist of what's going on here. Go shrink that a bit. Shrink this way a bit. There we go. And there. And then we're just going to. This is going to be really small. It's a very, very small piece here. I don't know why I have my tablet out here. This is a lot more of it's a lot more modeling than texturing right now. And again, this is a really good way to not only save time, but you get a really nice, accurate feel of how your texture or how your finished product's gonna look like when you bake it like this. Sometimes I find when I'm hand texturing a lot of this stuff, you know, I'll have it, I'll start to draw it, and then it doesn't feel right. Like the scaling is wrong, like the tiles are too small or the bricks are too small or whatever. Doing it this way, I find you already know, because you're baking. You know, like I know this is the size of the brick. This brick is, or this tile or this stone is the same size as these ones at the bottom floor, and because you already have the scaling done, this should make the process a lot easier. So let's get this one up here maybe, and let's just spin. Oh, pressing J will allow me to spin it all in one spot. There we go. just get this going here. So we're almost done. Some more bricks up top here, and then we should be on our way. So at this point, I think I can start to just grab a bunch and move them around here. And again, you don't have to worry about UVs, right? Because you're baking this onto a low poly, so you don't have to worry about that, which is nice. It's one thing that I really enjoy about high poly modeling and stuff, and modeling the detail and then just baking it. And really saves a lot of time. Yep, so the next little while here, just all you're going to see me do is just moving this stuff around and trying to make this work. And just a reminder, guys, if you have any questions on you know, my process or anything really 3D related, ask away in the comments section. And usually when it's times like this where it's a little bit slow, I'll go and I'll answer some of your questions, because there's nothing really much for me to say here at this point. I mean, I'm just kind of doing it. It's just me doing the work, right? And if you guys have any suggestions on, you know, how to improve what I'm doing, just, you know, give me a shout, send me a message, or maybe not send me a message, but right in the comment section for now, and then we're good. For those who want to see my portfolio, you can do that at dallasstone.com. Check out my portfolio. It's I haven't updated it really with much this year. This is my first project this year? I think this is my first project this year that I'm doing to put on my portfolio, which is not good, honestly. I should have been working on my portfolio quite a bit. What got me distracted is Dabble 3 distracted me, and what other things distracted me? A lot of just life stuff distracted me, and it caught my attention. So at this point, I feel like I can probably just duplicate it, like the bottom one up here, just because it's so high up now that you're not going to really notice that I just did this, really. And you're not going to really nitpick that. I mean, if I really wanted to, I would just spin these all around, or just spin a few of these, and it would just change it the way that it looks, and then that way you don't even notice that I did it. So if I just did this, there you go, and it just changes the shape, and you'll have no idea, really, that I just done that. Alright, there we go. Change that a bit. There. Cool. And then let's see here. Let's just go duplicate this one. Oh shit. Okay, let's go here. Duplicate that. Just gonna move this up. Just like that. Scale this down. Scale this down. Just like that. And then let's go something like this. Maybe grab there we go. What time is it? It's almost 20 minutes. So what I can do is hopefully I can do a bake for you guys so you can see how this all should pan out. I don't know how recording this and baking it is going to affect the recording, but hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, so there we go. And I think I'm gonna do something like this, and then take this one and just scale this one in, just like that. Just like that, and just scale it up. There. Okay, so we got this going on here, right? So now if I just bake this detail into the wall back here, which is the low poly version, it should all be good. Okay, hold on, let me just quickly save this because I don't like losing my work. And as anyone who's new and hasn't gone that habit of always saving your work, it's something you'll learn, relatively quick. After about a year of modeling in Maya and it crashing on you all the time, you're gonna learn to save your work. Always. Okay. So what I was talking about before is how I feel like this area here needs to look a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make that happen right now. I don't know how this is going to. I don't know how the finished product is going to look like, but I'm hoping that it'll turn out great. Okay, I'm hoping. So here's the hoping. Okay, so first and foremost, I need to. Maybe I'll take this one, and I'm going to shrink it a bit, and I'm going to enlarge it. Right, so it looks like some sort of brick. Okay, so it looks like some sort of brick, and that's actually pretty decent. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to remove that, and I'm going to pretend, because I feel that the edges here are going to be like that. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel. I feel like it's supposed to be like this. You know? I don't know if you guys are catching what I'm trying to say here, but I feel like that's what it should be like. And let's see if I can grab maybe this one, duplicate it, bring this out a bit, shrink this down like that, something like that. Another brick here. So maybe shrink this down a little more, shrink this down like that. Needs to be a little bit fatter, I think. Let's have more width. And yeah, so I think I'm hoping you guys understand what I'm trying to get at here with this brick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these around this whole section here, around this center, and let's see, and we'll see how it looks. I honestly have no idea how this is going to look like. I'm hoping that this is going to turn out great. So this is an experimental thing for me right now at this point, and I think this is a good thing for any new person to see. Is even experts like someone like myself who's been doing this for so long, because typically if you look at the experience that I have currently, I'm not I don't get to do these type of things at work too often. At work, I'm using really low poly modeling techniques, and something like this is a little bit more advanced, I guess. Even though really it's not that advanced. Okay. So first off, if I'm just testing this, I shouldn't be trying to make this look pretty. to be honest. So that's my first rookie mistake here. So I shouldn't be spending all this time trying to make it look pretty. I need to just test to make sure that it's gonna work. So when you're testing experimental things, you kind of try to just get it done. That's essentially the whole goal here. It's not to make this look good. Okay, it's just to you're testing it out, so you need to just see if this works, right? Okay, so here I'm gonna start going like this. Go like this. Start rotating a little bit. Right? Start rotating a little bit more. So it needs to start. Needs to start looking like that. Okay, so let's see here. So I need to go up like this again. And just rotate them like that maybe. Right? So obviously at the end of it, it should look pretty straight like this. And this should probably look like, oh, like that. So like that. And something like this. Okay, so I have quite a bit here. Let's see. Like, I think. So let's see here. So I think at this point you can go something like that. I'm trying to like remember how a lot of these bricks and stuff look like. And I feel like that's what it would do. I feel like that's what it would do. So let's see here. So I'm just kind of playing this by ear here. Who knows if this is actually going to work or not, right? But it's all about learning at this point to see if this works. And I'm assuming from everything that I know that this should work, but we will see. We will see. This is one of the fun things about working in a creative field, is constantly learning ways to do things, right? Okay, so keep switching back and forth here, just trying to get this to look right. Rocks aren't always perfect, right? They have different shapes and sizes. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to play with that a little bit. And hopefully this turns out good. Hopefully. Okay, so we got that going. And okay, so we got that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to mesh, combine it. Oh, snap. Duplicate it. Show auto load new objects. Mesh combine. Modify center pivot. And then from here, I'm going to go -1. And voila. Now we have it on both sides. Both sides here. Both sides, and I'm just going to obviously change some of this stuff up. I'm going to delete this one. Move this. Damn. Alright. Well, the train is about to come, and I don't really want you guys to hear the train, so I'm just going to stop the recording here, and hopefully you guys can join me for the next episode.